Hey folks, Rob Fenwick from ICM Services here, and I'm back with you at the Boat Warehouse in Kingston, Ontario, the world's largest Four Winds, Glastron, and Low dealer. And we're here with Dave Jackson.
Rob, how are you?
Good to see you, Dave. Always
Hey,
good to see you.
Good.
So, oh, Dave, did you do your hair for me?
Yeah, actually, this is a boat test hair, 52 miles an hour on Lake Ontario about 20 minutes ago. So,
Awesome.
So this is as natural as I'm going to look today.
You're going to show me a trailer.
We're going to talk about trailers here. Four Winds Glastron, one of the first two companies to pioneer the inclusive trailer in a package. I believe we're over 20 years doing this. What does that mean to a consumer? The trailers are designed at the factory to fit this boat and only this boat. It's not adjusted. It's not a throw under trailer without brakes. These are precision fit, balanced to the hull. And you'll notice that is because they've welded the holes, the lifts exactly where the bunks need to be to catch the hull in the structured point.
Yeah, they're welded right straight to the frame. I see that with all the way along. That's quite a. Yeah, they don't have brackets, so you can slide around everywhere.
That's right. No adjusting. The tongue weight is perfect for every boat. Every boat trailer is precise to the same measurement. Yeah, folding tongues. These are fairly common now, but we've done it for years. Swing away. So now your storage length is reduced. You're not smashing your shins on it in the driveway. All our trailers 18 feet and up do include brakes. They are hydraulic surge brakes. A simple system, requires no extra wiring to activate them. Welded bracket for the tongue jack, so it's not just U-bolted on there.
Yeah, I'm used to seeing the bolts just go around the neck, around the tongue.
Correct.
Well,
the mast is in place in one position. Again, it's welded.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Every time you load this boat, it has the same position.
Right. Yeah, I have seen them where they get sloppy and loose, and you wonder where it originally was, and you just tighten it up, and you're not always in the right space.
Yeah, or you pull out and the boat's crooked, and you're pushing on it at the ramp. You may notice too, a lot of people go, oh, there's no load guides. Why isn't there load guides? The carpeted guides. Well, the reason for that is as soon as you approach this trailer in the water and the V catches in between the bunks, it pushes the boat into place. You cannot load this boat wrong. If you've loaded this boat crooked, it means your trailer was too deep. So at the boat launch, you look like a pro every time.
Well, I noticed here, like, I've seen a lot of boat trailers. We all have. We're in the industry. I do love these fenders. I mean, I know this is a simple thing. It's a fender. What's a fender? I mean, who cares, right? But I care, especially when you get using it every day in the summer and you don't want to lose a weekend. This is a fender.
Yeah, we love this stuff, especially at boat shows for companies that don't build a walk-on fender. As we're showing our boats to customers out here in the lot, we're climbing up and down them. We're jumping on them.
That's wild.
It's kind of a way to show that there's a structure there. You can get in and out of the boat. It's funny at shows sometimes people start climbing up other companies' boat fenders and the salespeople just about freak on them because don't step on that. Well, no, here you can step on our fenders.
Yeah. It's even got this is aluminum checker plate and it's riveted right to the fender.
Yeah, it's good for traction. And actually, when the trailer's under the water, these almost illuminate so you can see what you're coming up against.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, welded on taillight brackets that protect the taillights. So if you back into something, well, it's not going to save the lens, but it's not going to smash the whole light off.
Yeah, it's not going to rip it right clean.
Yeah.
Isn't that slick?
We've also got, and we can't see it from here, Rob, but maybe you did outside, is the built-in ratchet straps right to the trailer now. There's no loose straps. They are on a ratchet system.
I did see that. I know it's a little tough to see here, folks, but if you look, I'll break myself. You can see them there, and they're right on there, right up to the transom. There we go. And now this is something you shared with me outside and I thought was fascinating. The surge brake system on it has a 5-pin harness.
Yeah, 5-pin harness. And there is a manual override this, so don't people freak out when they only have a 4-pin. The 5th pin simply takes a 12-volt signal from your reverse light. So when you put your vehicle in reverse, the white light comes on, sends 12 volts through this. What that does is tell the trailer, I'm backing up, release the lockout feature, and it's just a safety rollback feature. There is an override for that for people who don't have a special harness. You simply take the highway pin that locks the coupler down out of that highway position, and when you go to back up, you simply put the pin in this hole, and that stops the mechanism from moving, which keeps the brakes released.
Well, that makes sense, because if it's a surge system, so when you're driving along and your trailer starts pushing you, the surge system breaks the boat. That's what you want going forward.
Exactly. The harder the ball pushes on that, the harder the brakes apply.
But if it makes sense, you're backing it at a boat launch ramp, you're pushing on that backwards, it doesn't want to go anywhere.
No, it doesn't. That's right.
So it makes complete sense to have that. I was just noticing too, like this safety feature here, and this activates your brakes if there's a disconnect.
Yeah,
right?
I hate to say that's the all else fails. So if everything comes apart on the highway, that's the last thing that pulls the brakes on as your boat heads for the ditch.
Well, I have a fifth wheel, and it's got a pretty small wire on it.
Yeah,
it's got a really small wire. I was admiring the fact that this is like a heavy gauge cable.
Yeah, it's tension cable.
Yeah, and it's vinyl coated. Like every attention to detail is there. Mine's got the smallest little wire on it. Sometimes I wonder if it would actually activate or just snap clean before it actually operated the mechanism. This one looks like it's going to be there to last. Well, that's great. Well, I know that the trailer is something that people sometimes overlook. They look at the boat and they're hung up on the boat. But this is what's going to carry your investment for years and years to come. In and out of launches up and down the highway. It's going to sit on storage, and it's an important element. So
yeah, you have to ask again when you're boat shopping. A lot of companies don't include a trailer.
Yeah.
If they do include a trailer, is it a custom built for the boat trailer? The other question is, at 18-foot level, a lot of companies will quote you a trailer without brakes, which technically, I believe the rules in Ontario now are if the package can approach 3,000 pounds, then it is mandatory to have brakes on the trailer.
Wow.
So if the trailer doesn't have that in your quote, you're adding $500 to $600 minimum to have a brake system put on the trailer.
That's no fun. So you think you're getting a great deal, and it's a little less or something, and you find out after. You got to pay hard after, or live without it, which isn't even safe.
Well, yeah, and today with small sport utilities today, Rob, like, great, you got a pickup truck, you can tow whatever you want, brakes or no brakes. But when you've got a small sport utility ranging at 3,500 pounds, the boat is outweighing your vehicle. You need to have brakes on that.
Especially if you're loaded and you got gas and you got water,
Absolutely.
you got food, who knows what you've got in it that you're going on your trip.
That's right.
So that's great. Well, thanks a lot, Dave. I really appreciate it.
Hey, once again,
Take
thanks.
care.